Hey everyone, welcome to another bolt action journey video, and today we're going to be looking at some more miniatures from Warlord Games. They were very kind enough to give us these when we were down at their head office many weeks ago now, but I finally had a chance to look at them. So we're going to start with the medium Mortar Team. There are going to be a bunch of other videos that go out as well from the miniatures we got from Warlord Games. So this is just the German add-ons, and Mike's had a bunch of American stuff as well, so we'll definitely get that on the channel if you're interested. So this was checked by Becky M. Thank you for checking that out for us, Becky. And we're going to start with, I think this must be the loader. That must be the guy who's actually holding the mortar himself. So lying down, and it's been a while since I've painted or built anything made out of metal, or whatever type of metal this is. We've got a loader here as well. The detail on these are really good. I'm just in two minds on how I'm going to put them on the bases, because normally I pin everything onto cork beforehand, and I know that drilling into metal is going to be a lot more effort, so I'm not sure whether I'm going to do my normal pinning or not. We've got a guy here who looks like he drops the actual mortar into the barrel, so it looks like a three-man team. Really cool detail. I've been looking more and more about the uniforms. Loads and loads of you have been sending me information about what uniforms and colour schemes to do as well, so thanks for that. I've got more information now. And we've got some of these heads here. There's a, looks like an officer's helmet. I don't think officers were on mortar teams, but maybe they are. And a range of different helmets there with camouflage on top of some of them. We've got the actual stand for the mortar itself. It looks like quite thin metal, so I'm going to have to be quite careful that I don't break that or bend it in any way. But other than that, I'm going to go on one big base and they're going to rain fire on the Americans. Now we've got the German Heer HQ, and this has got 4 miniatures in it, and we've had a brief look at what's available in the army list. I know that I'm definitely going to be using the medic from this kit. You do have an oval base here for somebody who's lying down. Now this guy, I don't know if this is the forward observer, he looks like he's shooting a flare up into the sky, and he's holding a safe. So he looks like he's got what he wants, he's keeping it protected, and he's calling in for air support, maybe a flare to try and get somebody to rescue him. I don't know what character this would be. Maybe the forward observer, like I say, maybe he's firing a flare, and whichever helmet goes with that, I'm not sure. Maybe somebody's shouting. So I really like that model, especially the safe. Next we have a officer looking dude. Looks like he's got a pistol of some sort or a revolver. And again, I might use this as a lieutenant. I don't know whether I'm going to go with a first or a second lieutenant, or lieutenant as I'm supposed to say it. And we've got a second one here with what looks like a submachine gun. I'm really trying hard not to mess up on this. So submachine gun, and this will probably be the lieutenant or lieutenant for my German command, which I'll be using in my army. I'm only going to have the one of them and maybe 2 crew with them, and I don't think I'm even going to have extra stuff like these medics. But I do like the actual bag on this guy. The medic kit, the model in particular, I quite like, so I think I'll include him at some point, just not in my first initial force, because we're only going to probably do 500 points to begin with, just to get a feel for the game. I do like the heads, however. I like the one with the glasses. The middle head's really nice, and I'm not sure whether I can use these elsewhere in the army on some of the squads. Some of the NCOs might have one of these helmets. Next we're on to the Panzer Shrek and the flamethrower teams, and I really like the Panzer Shrek, so I'm glad I managed to pick up some of these. But the flamer dude himself looks pretty badass. He's got his giant goggles so he doesn't, lose his eyes too quickly. Nice bit of flame, so I can do some object source lighting on that as well. I can do a painting tutorial because I've done it in the past, but I never filmed it, so I can definitely film it for this one. And we also, I think, I might get messed up with this with the loaders, but I'm going to do my best and try and get it right. So I think, no, not him, that's the loader for the gun, the other one. I think this may be the loader. I think they just run alongside the flamer unit himself. And they're pretty devastating in game as well. I've read the rules for the flamethrower. Even just getting hit by them or being shot at basically causes pinning tests. Then we've got the actual Panzer Shrek himself, and this guy is running. I don't know, he must be trying to get into position rather than firing at something. But he has got space for a backpack here as well. So that must be this. There we go. So the rockets, or the spare missiles, they go on his back. And it looks like quite simple, just super glue it into place and job done. And then we've got the actual loader for the Panzerschreck as well, and he's keeping up as well. And he's got a backpack with spare rockets on his back as well. And a submachine gun? Maybe a submachine gun? I don't know. Looks like it. Quite a dynamic model as well compared to the rest of the range that I've seen. You don't really tend to find too many running miniatures. So that's one interesting one. We'll zoom in on the heads here again. Like I said, I might mix these up. I don't know how strict it is in keeping these helmets on the units they're with, but I might mix it up a little bit and use them here and there. We've got the German here MG42 gun next, and this is definitely going in my Normandy force, which I'm fighting against Mike with, because I definitely saw that there was a number of MG42s on the, I think it was Omaha Beach. They had a bunch of them set up in defensive positions, and they're just devastating. It can fire so many bullets per minute. I think it was like massively ahead of its time, so I'm definitely going to include this. And we've got the loader for the actual kit here. I think this has 3 models, yeah, so 3 models. This is the spotter for the unit, but I may use this spotter for my sniper team later on, which I'll show you right at the end. My favourite is going to be left to the end, so I might use this spotter for the sniper and then switch them round. But quite a cool model, lying down. Then we've got the actual firer, the gunner himself, looking like he's got his hands on the trigger. And then finally we have the actual gun, the MG42. So there's a lot of information on this out there in the internet world and in books. But yeah, it was basically ahead of its time, massively ahead of its time, and it just shredded the Americans when they turned up on the beach and they had no defense to actually stay out of the way of it. And we've got a stand for that as well. Same as all of these kits, they'll need a little bit of cleaning up when it comes to actually putting the models together, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a huge issue. All of the heads are separate again, so you can repose these, you can make them look in whichever direction you want, which I think is quite nice, because a lot of the time when I've had metal kits in the past, the heads are always looking the same way and everybody's models look exactly the same, whereas at least just turning the head position on a model can change the look of a model as well. Now we're on to the final, my favourite, the Waffen-ss Sniper, the Flamethrower and the Panzerschreck teams. And this was an extra one that I got at the end. Really happy because I like watching Enemy at the Gates, and I really wanted a sniper, just like the sniper from there. I can't remember his name. I think it might be Koenig. That's probably wrong, but without checking it, I don't know. But the Panzerschreck team and the loader for the Panzerschreck are in here. Different uniform because it's the Waffen-ss. But it's another 2. So I've got 2 Flamer units and 2 Panzerschreck units in this army. I'm probably going to be using the Waffen-ss stuff in the Stalingrad theatre that I'll be doing against Phil. So Phil will be doing the Soviet Union, I'll be doing a Stalingrad German force. I haven't got any of the tanks by the look of it that are in that theatre, the ones that are allowed. So I'm going to have to see what I can use, and the rest of the tanks and the infantry I've got so far will be used in a Normandy force against Mike. And the infantry are slightly different as well. I think I've got standard German infantry available rather than the grenadiers, so I need to double check that, but I definitely need to look into it a little bit more. But these kits are awesome add-ons for the German force. This is my favourite model. This is the one I wanted. This is Major Koenig. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it was Koenig from Enemy at the Gates, but I just wanted him in the army, and he's there now. So when I'm fighting Phil, I don't care if this guy dies every single game. I want to put him in every single game that I play, so he'll be there. And I'll just put up some of the heads as well. Anyway, that's the video. That is the update on Journey, Bolt Action Journey, another update. There's a lot more to come. There's so much to do. I've just got to do more Black Dragon 40k stuff. But thanks again to Warlord Games for sorting us these miniatures out. And thank you for watching this video. Give us a like if you enjoyed it. Comment down below with anything that you think is relevant. And I will see you on the next video. See you later.